Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today as we reiterate our support for President Biden's repeal of this fundamentally racist, unjust, and cruel Title 42 order. Thank you to our indomitable champion and leader of the CPC, Congresswoman Jayapal, our colleagues and the organizers, and our partners here today, working day in and day out to affirm the dignity and humanity of our immigrant neighbors. This unconscionable, racist, and xenophobic Trump-era policy was in effect for too long. It did nothing but inflict unspeakable hurt and harm on migrants, particularly Black and brown migrants, denying millions their fundamental right to seek asylum. We've heard of thousands of reports of harrowing violence, of murder, of kidnapping, of rape, of torture against migrants and asylum seekers expelled to Mexico due to Title 42. This policy was never about keeping anybody safe, period. This Trump-era policy was always about stoking anti-immigrant fear and hate and undermining our humanitarian obligations to asylum seekers in this country. Now, earlier this month, after years of relentless organizing and mobilizing, President Biden acted decisively. And we applaud the administration for heeding our calls to do away with this harmful policy. This long overdue action will save lives and move us closer to a more fair and effective asylum system for all. And again, we commend the administration for its action. And in case this seems like a Washington fight, as someone representing the third largest concentration of the Haitian diaspora and co-chair of the Haiti caucus, this is about people.
That's right.
This is about families. This is about the ability, quite literally, to live, to survive. This is about the fundamental human right to flee violence, whether you're fleeing Ukraine or Haiti. Our destinies are tied. And so when we talk about this contrast, really what we want is equitable outrage, equitable compassion, and an equitable federal policy response.
That's right.
The impact of these unjust policies, the separated families, the lives lost, the lives forever changed, can be felt deeply across my district, the Massachusetts 7th. We have a responsibility to change course and lead with compassion. We have a responsibility to treat asylum as the fundamental human right that it is, and I am pleased that the administration is making progress in rebuilding our asylum process. It is long past time that we treat all people with dignity, respect, humanity, and the compassion they deserve. Again, whether they are fleeing the violence and bloodshed in Ukraine or Haiti, we see you. We value your life, and you deserve the right to seek asylum. It is the right thing to do. It is the compassionate thing to do. And it is exactly, and I'll just end on this point, this is not benevolence or charity. This is a leadership response that is responsive to the needs of the broad and diverse coalition that elected this president,
That's right.
that delivered him to the White House. So I stand proudly in solidarity with the organizers and members of Congress who brought us together today to continue this work.
Thank you so much.